Yeah. My fault. I'm so birthday bag. My birthday bag.
Yes, we all are.
Happy belated birthday.
Sheesh, happy birthday to you, so Sister Caprice.
That's right.
All down Jamaica and stuff. Come on, stop
it's
playing.
Leo season.
100.
Yeah, man.
100. Woo!
Hey, y'all.
What's up, people? 100, man. Like, listen, man, this show is going to be epic because this is the last show of this season. So, yo, I'm telling you, I hope you got your popcorn. You're happy. Whatever you got going on, you hope you got it because it's time to tune in.
It's Friday. They got more than popcorn.
They better have more than popcorn.
It's Friday and you ain't got no job and you ain't got nothing to do.
Tell them.
Listen to the podcast.
There it is.
Come on, man. That's 100. That's 100, y'all. That's 100.
You ain't
That's
got
100.
that job because you got that PUA. No.
I might got the PUA. Calm down. I might got the PUA. 100.
That's what I get.
That's 100. But yeah, let's hop right into this. I mean, we got some really important people here. You hear what I'm saying? Like Darnisha here. You know what I mean? We got Tajane in the building. 100.
Yes.
I mean, let's go. Hit the bell.
Welcome.
Let's go.
Welcome.
So, which one of y'all gonna go first? Tajane, you might go.
I can introduce.
Yeah, introduce it. I mean, because this is your, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is your connection. Let's talk.
I was trying to find somebody who shared the same passion as me.
Okay.
And Darnisha, I've watched Darnisha for years.
Right.
Many years on the stuff that she does in the community as far as helping and teaching and getting out here and making a difference, similar to a lot of the stuff that I do. I kind of grew up watching her, a lot of the experiences and stuff that she do. So I thought, why not bring her on from a teacher standpoint to be able to tell about some of the challenges that she faces also in the childcare field. Some things that aren't really talked about too much. I kind of wanted to bring an extra voice on to voice her opinion about, a lot of the things that I get to see as well as a
there you
teacher.
go.
Okay.
So,
and I know, like I said, like, I mean, as we were talking in the car on the way here, like, it's frustration. I mean, like, especially when you're dealing with, like, parents that's not on the same board, you know what I'm saying, as you. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's kind of like a conflict of interest, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you got to support the teachers. I mean, they have your kids majority of the day. They're not just babysitters. No. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, they there, they have a passion for what they doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, so you got to support when they come home, you got to support them. Just support them, man. Like, they only want the best for your kids. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, be on board with them. Stop fighting against them.
That's right.
Parents and teachers have to be on board at all times. That's the best way to get a child to learn. They gotta be on the same page.
In order for it to work, it has to be that. It has to be a platform where the parents could come collectively together with the educators in order to help their children succeed.
And that's just why in the very beginning of the school year, as soon as I find out all of my daughter's teachers, guess what I do? I send them an email and I introduce myself.
Hello.
I give them tips.
You have to.
On my child.
Hit the bell.
Okay.
That's
we
right.
just want to say we love the parents who are super involved and active.
Yes, we do.
Right.
Keep it up, y'all.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
What age kids do you guys have?
I work with all ages, honestly, from infancy up until school agers.
Oh,
awesome.
Okay.
That's
okay.
So right now I'm currently with the school agers.
Awesome.
I try to stay away from infants now.
We already put in the work in infant stage.
Yes, I'm done changing the poopy diapers. I like the actually getting down and dirty with the kids. So poopy diapers, I'm done with.
I think for us it's better because we get to like do the lesson plans, and for that age group with the smaller kids or even some of the older kids, they're more hands-on and understand the concept of what they're trying to learn. So it makes it fun.
That's cool.
So it starts at infancy and it stops at what age?
Usually in daycare, daycares go up to school age because the after school room can vary
like
from
12,
first grade. Yeah.
12, 13?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's
Yeah, because I thought you were going to say like 5 or 6.
Yeah, you went when you were there. That's
after
crazy.
school, because they come in from the school, so they come to the after school.
So it's after school care.
Daycare, yes.
Some centers are like that though. Like I've been to a center before that they have infancy up until I believe kindergarten, and then after that they cut off.
Because in my area, that's normally how it goes. Like the only places that have after school care is the actual school. You know what I mean? So the kids will stay at the school that they go to, you know what I mean, for their after school care, but the daycares are normally for like infants to about 5 years old, you know, before they go to kindergarten.
Yeah.
So,
so that's what's up.
That is what's up.
Yeah.
That is what's up. So all right, now you guys got experience straight from the daycare. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that grooms you guys into be a teacher, right?
Yes.
I mean, and then I guess when you come from that from the muscle like that, I guess that makes you a better teacher.
And we want to put this out there as well, just because we have to understand the balance between having teachers who work in a child care setting versus working in actual schools like elementary and middle school. It's still the same teacher. You have one that's in elementary school, middle school, high school, versus sometimes people have a misconception of teachers being in a child care center. They're not actual teachers. They're just babysitters, so to say. And that's not what it's about.
Right.
It starts in the child care setting.
Right.
So to prepare them for the stepping stones for them to get into kindergarten and elementary school and going forward. It starts there.
Right. Right.
So do you guys have a curriculum?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Curriculum-based, lesson plan based. We do it all.
Yep.
Yes.
I actually created my own.
I was ready to say, let's talk about
Yes.
that. That's a masterpiece right there. She created this Sister Caprice right here. Like this is black
Black owned.
Yes. Now this is your daycare?
Not my daycare. It's usually what I put out for other kids. Like teachers can purchase them, parents can purchase them. It's pretty much a guide.
Baby, take it back to Coastville.
To help.
Okay.
Yes, pretty much a guide to help the kids with learning. They Velcro, dry erase, for tracing, Black history. I definitely have a Black history section.
Sister Caprice, listen to me, right?
A whole alphabet for Black
That
history.
I'ma
is
tell you.
so decent.
I'm gonna tell you, Sister Caprice, right? I browse through that thing, like as we get older, we forget some things.
Yeah, we do.
So I felt stupid, like in certain things that was in this book. It's crazy.
So this is something. So this is a tool, for example, for a daycare teacher.
Yes.
For them to use to teach to their class.
Yes.
True.
Keep the child busy. Comes with a dry erase marker where they can get in there and dry erase. It's erased. So when you want to do
Right.
it again, you can do it
Okay.
again.
This is powerful. That's what I'm saying. And she curated this,
And
so
that's something that you sell to people, right?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And I made it all myself.
Right.
All the laminating, all the pages in the binder.
major.
And it
For
comes
the
with about
lesson.
100 pages.
Hit the bell.
And it makes learning fun for the smaller children as well. They
Yes.
feel like it's more intimate, it's more personable, it's theirs.
Yeah.
So the parents can interact and work with them
Nice.
at home, and it's super awesome. I literally had a conversation with her, and I do my own lesson plans, my own curriculum,
Wow.
and everything. I said,
Wow.
I started to tap into you and ask you, can you do one for me?
Wow, look, that's how it works, though. That's how it works.
That's about support.
Yeah, that's how it
level of
works.
Support. We have to reach out and interact with each other to help each other. You know, she
That's
helps
true.
me and I help her, and we're collectively trying to help everyone that we can that wants to help.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? You
There you
gotta
go.
want the help, and you gotta have a drive to put along with the help that you're receiving,
Right.
so that your vision can grow.
There you
That's
go.
what it's about.
A
So
lot of times people just need the opportunity to be put in a position
Position.
to be able to put what they have out there.
And guess what, though? Like, I'm telling you, if this gets into the right hands.
Right. Right. That is
that's what
absolutely
we hoping
awesome.
for.
Like I know people who have their own like in-home childcare.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that right there would be a great
Yes,
tool.
Yes.
yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
To have a few of those books in the, in the area, and say for example, if they have some older kids,
There you go.
they can go on ahead and
Come on now.
You know?
And it's good for preschool through second grade.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, well,
Yep.
I'm saying like not the infants. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right,
the
right.
like the two,
The toddlers.
3. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to start them
Young
off,
toddlers, older
get them ready.
toddlers.
Right, the older toddlers.
Yep.
That's true.
Are you guys at the same facility, or y'all work at two different?
we used to be years
Okay.
ago, but then she spread her wings and I spread my wings a
Okay.
bit, and then
Right.
we still stayed in touch. You know what I'm
Obviously,
saying?
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what made our friendship flourish. Is
Yeah.
because, like I said before, we shared the same passion, and from
Right.
there, what I appreciate about her and what I feel she appreciates about me is that it's not so much of what I can do for myself. If it's an opportunity for me, that's great. But if it's an opportunity for her as well, then I'm going to give her the information,
Yes.
and she's going to do the same vice
Right.
versa.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Yep.
That's how it's supposed to be.
It is how it's
Yes.
supposed to be.
Teamwork.
Yep. So let me say this, like now you can use this right now as a platform, as a voice, because you're not only just standing for yourself, right? Or you're standing for the people, like the teachers, period. Even though the people up in them daycares, you know what I'm saying, that's been forget about, you know what I'm saying? Like, what could you say right now, you know what I mean, to help, like in that whole kind of, that whole field, as far as daycare,
Well,
like
this
as far as
is
the
what-
parents or whatever, what could be beneficial?
us creating these platforms, like she just explained, the binder that she had, that she has and that she offers for different age groups, helps those parents at home, and especially during the pandemic, because it was difficult for parents to try to have like an academic curriculum for their younger children. And as you can see, the most complaints that we heard during 2020 and then going into 2021 is, how do these teachers do it?
Right.
Yes.
You know, don't have the patience.
Listen, I gave my teacher a hard time in school.
We have a whole
I know how it is.
newfound
Trust
respect
me.
for y'all.
Yes, and we've heard that. So in addition to that, to answer your question, that's what made me create my platform. If you guys can follow on Instagram at the _teachers_circle. It's just a platform for parents and educators to come together.
That's what you need.
Go follow her.
Come on now.
Yes, to help in the best interest of the children, of the families, because it's a partnership, and we spoke about this before. We have to get back to having a village raise these children.
Absolutely.
And not having these parents think, where these children sometimes think that you can't say anything to them, or you can't guide them, because it takes us all to help these children succeed and push past the limits. So, you know, we have to instill that in them and know that we could come together to help these children out.
And I guess you need a platform like that too, right, Sister Caprice? You know what I mean? So the teacher and parent can meet.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because we can't, all of them don't come to them.
Parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a parent. You're supposed to be there.
Right.
You can't. Well, you should be there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely. And that's something, that's why I said, that's why, you know, one thing that I do is I build that relationship in the very beginning, and I let the teachers know. Because, see, this is the thing. Some people don't want to believe certain things about their children.
Come on.
Now, one
Come on.
thing that
Hit the
I
bell,
was-
Sister Caprice. You on fire right now. I don't know if it's that Lincoln shirt or something. You might be the Lincoln. You on fire right now.
But that is something I let them know. Listen, I know my child.
Yeah.
And I know, you know, she's a China in a bull shop.
Come on.
I love her. She's a pistol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she means well. And it's like, you know, so I have to I give them some pointers.
Yes.
This works.
Yes.
This does not. If this is what you expect, you know what I mean? Then you might have to, you know, I give them, and then trust me, I have heard from so many teachers, thank you for sending this. Thank you for letting me know this, because now I know how to deal with your child.
Communication.
It's all about
Definitely
communication.
communication, because we don't know your child.
Right.
You bring your child to us on the first day, and it's our job to learn your child and get to know know them. So we don't know anything about your child.
That's
We're
true.
walking in blindfolded.
I
Yes.
literally just had that conversation.
Right.
The more you get parents like you who reach out to teachers to say, listen, this is what works and this is what don't work, will help us inside the classroom on how to do it.
Absolutely.
So let me say this. So I'm always deep in thought. So what do you do at Lincoln, Sister Caprice?
At Lincoln, I work in athletics. So I work with all of the coaches, and I'm the assistant to the athletic director.
Okay.
I have college kids.
There you go.
And that is a whole nother ball game, and I love them.
Imagine.
Right.
I love them. I love it though. I love it. Like,
Right.
they care. My hat is off to y'all.
Right.
Salute.
Trust, we hear it all the
right.
time.
Yes.
But you know, I get the college kids. I get the other end of it, and I love it. You know what I mean? So we have football, men and women's basketball. We have women's soccer, men and women's track and field. We have softball, baseball, and volleyball.
Wow.
And I don't think I forgot anybody, but yeah. So you know, all the sports there. You know what I mean? So. This season we are back. I am so happy. I mean, hopefully, if we don't shut down.
Yeah, I was ready to say, like, I mean, like, it's crazy right now, man. Like, it seems like they're going to shut the whole world back down again.
I hope
you
not.
know what I'm saying?
But
if they do, you know, I'm saying that, you're going to give me my money. My money.
We're going to $5.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always saying, I'm taking my money all my life. You know what I'm saying?
Screaming.
Yes.
But yeah.
Give it back.
I know that's
right now.
I know that's right.
It's my money. I need it now.
Listen, I just was about to say.
It's my money. I need it now. Hit the bell.
Tap in.
That's 100. And not to go off you guys real fast, I had to tune in this. Don't think I'm always listening.
I know.
The Master P interview. You say you did an interview, or you met? And that wasn't an interview.
Yeah, I
you
was
just
ready
met
to say
him.
no.
Okay.
I just
Let me
met Master
that.
P, and it was decent because at this past graduation we had some honorary. We got people. Some people received honorary degrees.
Okay.
One of them was Master P.
Okay.
The other one was
I saw that.
Mrs. Gloria Carter, Jay-Z's mom. The other one was Attorney Ben Crump.
Wow.
No. He didn't. No. He was the commencement speaker. But those two, they were there. And they received honorary degrees. So it was decent meeting him.
Wow.
It was really quick, you know what I mean? And I ain't want to fangirl on him, but
yeah, right. Just to be in that environment is cool.
I think that's amazing for the children to see as well. These celebrities who they look up to, pursuing their education. You know, even until adulthood, it's never too late to go back to school if that's what you feel that you want.
That's true.
Oh, they loved it.
That's true.
The students, they absolutely loved it because you know what I mean. Like they grew up. You know, listening to Master P and you know what I mean? So it was like to see him not only be in that entertainment world, but also, you know what I mean, to see
on the flip side,
the businessman.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Because they all have Instagram, you know what I mean? They see the businessman, they see, you know, and now they got a chance to see him, you know, walk across that stage, receive that degree.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So
that's
it's just
hard.
like,
that's
whoa,
nice.
Like Master P, you know what I mean? I mean, it was honorary, but still, you know what I mean?
Right.
He did it.
Right.
You know, he did enough in his career to have received that.
There you go.
Yep.
Kudos to Master P. Hit the bell for Master P.
Okay.
Make na Danger.
Yes. Somebody put on there, shout out to us educators, man.
100.
Appreciate it.
100. Shout out to Breezy too. We on the thread live, man. Like heavy.
Okay.
What up, Breezy? 7 to Hayes gang. One right down there.
Shout out to everybody that's currently tuned in.
That's true story. I mean, like, why would y'all be tuned in right now? You mean, like, this? Come on now. Let's
out
to the
there?
light
Who's out
podcast.
there?
That's the best podcast.
Come on, man. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's real talk. Hit the bell.
Hitting the bell.
Hit the bell. Shout out to CNPradio.net, man. Uncle
Yes.
P. You know what I mean? Like, we'll
yes.
talk, man. Like, it wasn't for him, man. We want to be here right here in front of these people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So we take her hat off. And Sister Leslie, she just dropped a couple bags off the donations, clothing. 3-4 bags in the parking lot.
Nice.
Totes.
Met me here.
Mr. P, you looked out, sis.
Sister Leslie, 100. CNP radio family right there, man.
Yes.
100. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I feel good, man. Like, I'm going to get a couple shout outs to the people that came on the Tender Light podcast.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I mean, everybody got something to do with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to thank everyone.
Listen, this is just a great outlet for people to, you know what I mean? And thank you, Tyrone, for providing this for people, you know what I mean?
Yes,
and people like you and Uncle P who have this, you know what I mean? Who have this whole
platform.
Yes. Platform to just allow people to come on and talk about the good things that they do in their community or their small businesses or, you know, just, you know, anything positive.
Yes, that's right.
See what I'm saying? And that's what's up.
And that's Uncle Pete. I mean, it's crazy though, right? Because I'm talking about before the 10 Light podcast, I came on here, like, you know, and did an interview too. And I was talking about having a podcast, and look at us now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he helped me bring this thing to light. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely take my hat off to him, man. I mean, like, because this right here opened up another window you know what I mean, like opportunity.
Yeah, just being able to reach more people. Your reach got
That's true.
Reach got bigger.
Oh my God.
Shout out to those opening doors for other people. You know,
supposed to.
Yes, people withhold information.
You supposed to. You know what I'm saying? One hand wash the other. Both hands wash the face.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I help you, you help me. You win, I win.
There it is.
That's it. Stop being greedy with your blessings.
Okay.
That's 100. Open
Each one, teach one.
Each one, teach one. All right, I'm sorry. We ain't going to go crazy off that. Let's get back to this educational thing right here.
So, for example, what does a day and what does a typical day look like for the two of you?
Good question.
Circle time is usually where we put all of our learning into. Pretty much, it's like the hyper part of the day. That's how you get the kids interacted and engaged. So during that time, you pretty much are teaching whatever you want to teach, like the basics. So for me, it would be what I put inside of my binder. Whatever, a letter of the day, a number of the day, an activity with, you know, whatever, with the lesson to help the child learn.
Right.
It's pretty much interacting. You try to do as much getting the children to interact with each other as possible.
There you go.
That's what prepares them for when they go to kindergarten and first grade.
There you go.
It's pretty much interaction.
Now, let me ask you another question. How long have you been doing this?
Me, 9 years.
9 years? Okay.
Hit the bell, 9 years.
And how about you?
Well over 10 years.
Okay.
Whoa, hit the bell.
Like I was telling Ty, I actually stepped into this field because my grandmother opened up a family child care center when I was younger.
Nice.
And then I seen that flourish, and I was like, oh, she's doing it.
Yes.
So I could do it.
Listen, yes.
Yep.
So my question to y'all is, have you seen, so for example, like you said, getting the kids to interact with each other, because the kids that you're getting now are the kids who are occupied by their phone because it's like their
Yes.
parents
Right.
are doing something
Right.
and it's like, oh my God, here.
That's the
Right.
And they
first thing
stick
do.
that in their face but
Right.
so that way they can have their time. Now, understandably so, you know, in certain situations. So how have you seen the evolution of the kids that you're getting now who are the product of the screen time?
Whoa.
You gotta make it fun for them. You gotta put things in place for them to not want this, not want the phone,
Yes.
not need the phone, not need the tablet. I created like a certain lesson plan and a schedule for the children to know this is when, you know, tablet time or phone time will run in our classroom, and this is when, in place of that, we'll do play games together. We'll do, you
Yes.
know,
Use that
certain
time for
things that
something.
Yeah.
Yep. I actually don't use them at all though. In
Okay.
any classroom that I go to, any daycare, any school setting, you have more than enough time to use them at home.
Right,
You are only
right.
here with me for this amount of hours. You
Right.
can put it away.
Right.
So I don't allow
Strong
the
point.
electronics because they get like this
Yo, listen.
all day long.
Yo, it's so crazy. Even not even. I'm a generalize this because we don't even remember our phone numbers. Back in the day, we know 494111111. Now we like
listen.
Yes.
our phone died is over.
I still
It's a wrap.
remember my
It's a wrap.
original, home phone number back when I was a child. I never forget it. You like you see
Come on.
now.
I remember
phone
that
numbers
phone
we got
number.
in the phone. I cannot tell you.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
What?
like you said, I even forget my own
Or phone number. Yeah, I'm telling you.
But let me tell you, I asked that question because on the flip side, right? So seeing the college kids who are coming in, okay, and then we have older professors, right? But they're teaching in a method conducive for what was going on in the 80s. So now you have these new kids, and it's like you can't use this method
Yes.
on
Yes.
these kids because they are so much more
Advanced.
advanced.
Yes.
That's right.
You have to, as teachers,
That's
you
true.
have to elevate with the child each year.
Right.
Like everything changes.
Right.
You know, over time. So it's like as a teacher, you gotta kind of like just know your kids, get to know your
Keep
kids.
up with the pace.
Yes, you got to, because that's the only way to really interact with them the way they need it to.
Right.
You know, each child is different. Each
Right.
child is going to take a different type of patience, a different type of, role model. Each one looks up to someone different. You know, things like that. So
Because
it's like it takes everyone.
a big surprise was that a lot of kids had trouble with online learning. And
Yes.
the teachers were
listen,
like,
trust
wait a
me.
minute, how? You in your phone all day.
Listen, I just had a
So
conversation
that was
with one
hilarious.
of my students about that this week actually, and I find I have to talk to them sometimes because I have to say I don't want you to think that I'm being hard on you, because sometimes if parents allow certain things at home, but then they get in your environment or they're with you,
Yeah.
they think that certain things can still
Yes.
slide.
Yep.
And we want to, work with them so that we ensure them success in their education and their life and whatever endeavors that they choose to take on in life. And that's what it's about. So, I have conversations with them like, you guys, let me have a question about something on Roblox or TikTok. Y'all the first ones to pull
Good.
up the
They
phone
jumping.
and show
They
me
jumping
everything
for
where
it.
it's at.
Yo,
But
you know what?
something
That's
on your
crazy.
grade level
That's
that
crazy.
y'all should know or remember.
Yeah.
Now that's, we're actively in summer and school is out. It's like, you forgot.
That's facts.
So what we do is, although it's summer, there's still an academic curriculum that we will follow and
Yes.
work that you guys will do, because we don't want you guys to forget any content, going into the new school year. And what happens is that falls on the teachers. You
Yes, it
understand?
will.
Because
Put it in a
they're
TikTok.
making up
Put it
for,
in the
listen,
TikTok.
we do that.
Okay.
We do that.
Yo, you know what though, man?
We
The whole
do
thing
that.
is, I'm gonna tell you what's going on right now. Parents are getting lazy.
Yes.
They're right there. They're picking the phones up so they won't have to be a parent. Here, shut up. Here's the new iPhone 10.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you wonder why your kids lost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
come on.
Right.
To touch on that, I would just like to say to all of the parents, take the time to spend with your children and get to know how awesome they are. And I'm sure, you guys as parents, you're kind of familiar with that, but when they come to us and we're able to see what they're capable of and how talented they are,
There you go.
tap into that with y'all kids.
You have to.
Absolutely.
Story time at night. Read with your kids. Ask your kids how their day is going, what
Yep.
they did in school, and don't allow the response to just be, how was school or how was your day.
So
It was
dry,
okay.
got dry. Like, yeah.
Like,
I won't really care.
Yes,
Yeah.
be interested so you can
Yeah.
find out what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be, we love to involve parents, and those who are not involved, we still encourage the involvement from them, because it's not just about us and it's not just about the child, it's about all of us collectively.
That's true.
Right.
Takes a village.
Yes.
That's what's
Takes a village. Shout out to Gio, big homie Gio, Red Bricks for our family right there. Secure the bag.
All right, Michelle's out there.
Michelle Sanders, Sister Michelle Sanders. You know what I mean?
Michelle.
We love Sister Michelle here over at the tent, man. I'm telling you, she's always on go.
Yeah, that's really
Always. She comes to Coatesville. All that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's there with us. I mean, like, shout out to Sister Michelle Sanders, man. 100.
Absolutely.
100.
So what's your favorite part of the day outside of circle time?
I don't know. I was going to say circle time actually is my favorite.
Okay.
Because I love the teaching part of the day. So for me to get them together to actively, do something, because teaching is not just sitting at the table with a book and, come on, let's write. It's how you can get it into like an everyday activity that'll help them engage.
There you go. Okay.
So you can take one lesson, say the letter of the week is A. You can take A and make it, spread it out into 5 different days. Each day has a different activity.
Wow.
By the end of that week, they learned the letter A, not just the letter A, maybe a life lesson that goes along with it, maybe a number, maybe words, sounds.
Yeah.
All in 1 week.
There you go.
I don't know. For me, I feel like I don't necessarily have a favorite part of the day. I love
nap time. No, I'm joking.
No,
you know what? That's a good part.
I love like the hands-on activities with the kids. I think that's super fun, engaging in that hands-on with them. But I think the most fun thing for me, or the thing that I enjoy most with them, especially the younger kids, because like I said, currently I'm with like the school ages, but the younger ones, like Taj works with hands-on. What I miss about that is teaching certain things to them, and you'll notice a week or two later, a month or two later, they're repeating back to you those same lessons that they learned.
Right.
Like History Month, for instance, or certain lesson plans or certain things that you may implement in your lesson that you're teaching them.
There you go.
They are actively paying attention, and you'll have the parents come to you and say, "Oh, such and such told me."
Because they're like sponges. They're like sponges. They're absorbing everything.
And they love it.
Right.
They love it, and it's so fun and awesome to see. It just make you proud. Like, I know I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Yes. As a teacher, it's the proudest moment to have a child repeat back to you something that you taught them.
Right. That's true.
It's the proudest moment.
Well, let me ask you this though. I mean, before we get away from it, how can somebody contact you about this?
Right.
So my Facebook page is actually Mateos Garden.
Okay.
They can follow me on Mateos Garden, or they can email me mateosgarden@gmail.com.
Okay, you hear that?
I do sell in bulk, so you can purchase more than one binder at a time.
BJ's over here.
Okay.
100.
Daycares.
And you don't have to pay for this membership.
Okay.
That's 100. Hit the bell.
Delivery, shipping.
Hit the bell.
I do it all.
That's 100.
Yes.
That's good. Now,
That's
where
great.
did you guys go to school? Did you guys go to school for this, or?
So I did do
question.
some college for early childhood education. I didn't finish.
Okay.
I spent more of my time actually hands-on in the daycares.
Okay.
I don't really think that schools really prepare you for the job hands-on in the daycare.
As far as daycare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they can teach you some things about children, but
Yeah.
I don't think that they can't tell you how to run a classroom. They
Wow.
can't tell you how to engage with a child who's
You had to be in it.
acting this way, or
Right.
who needs help with it. They don't really teach that too much.
Do you plan on going back?
For me, I
I
kind
do.
of.
I really do.
I have a rebuttal, I guess, to that. Honestly speaking, I want to be honest, because like since she spoke on school, I started at CCP when I started, my academic career and education in this field. Then I, stopped going, and then
Sometimes life happens.
Yes, and that's what happened. Life happened. When I returned, I found that it was so useful and helpful because it allowed me to tap into what I'm capable of and how I can help. What I really enjoyed about it the most so far, because I'm still in school.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'll be graduating next year.
Where you going?
Harkham.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but I learned a lot, especially with being patient and dealing with children who have disabilities, which is something that I'm a big advocate for.
Right.
I advocate for the inclusion of children who are disabled to be treated the same as those peers, which they are supposed to in the school, and in the classrooms. We need to promote that inclusion for these children because they're so special and they're such geniuses in their own way and they're
Right,
unique
right.
in their own way. So, you know, we need to speak on that as well.
You got to. You got to. You know what I'm saying? Facts. That's 100, man.
That's what's up. That's what's
Facts.
up. I see. You know, so do you guys have, so being in school, do you have do you want to go into a certain, like you just mentioned, you know, kids with disabilities, like, so for example, like kids with special needs, like, because I know that some people go to school for, you know, just regular early education, and then some people go to school for special education.
That's true.
Well, yeah, I'm
Sure.
currently going for ECE,
Okay.
but going to school and then, you know, working with some children who have certain disabilities and learning about it in school, it just made my love of it grow even more.
Yeah, I can see
because, like,
To have both is a plus.
when I say, like, it's just, I feel like some educators shy away from it because it may seem like a lot of responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, in my beginning stages, it was kind of, you know, a little difficult, but I had to allow myself to know if it's something that I can give the other children, this is something I can still do with these children. And I had worked at a center before. We had a child who was 10 years old. He was autistic and nonverbal autistic, and he had a sibling who was 5 years old.
Okay.
And the 5-year-old, she act like the 10-year-old, and the 10-year-old, he kind of act like, you know, 4 or 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And like he didn't even stay with us that long. I want to say it probably was like 3 or 4 months at the most. But because I feel like I had the most experience at the time, I was paired with him to, you know, be his teacher and work with him personally. He had an IEP come out, you know, of course, someone to help, you know, with him more hands-on and do things with him. And my patients, at first, I was like, okay, this is something that I have to, you know, work on. I got to meet him at his level. And I got to, you know, be everything that he needs me to be while he's here in my care.
That's true.
And, you know, the mom would come, you know, how was his day? X, Y, and Z. Some days be good. Some days, you know, a little all over the place. And I remember, like, we had a day, he had a favorite book, like a, say, Cat in the Hat book or say, and he kept picking up the book, and he would wave it around. I'm encouraging him, you know, to say the title of the book. And, of course, because Mom said he was nonverbal, he wouldn't say it. One day, he just was, like, walking about, and because working with the autistic children, they don't necessarily, if you're working like in a child care setting and majority of the children are not disabled, then they have their own routine, and you kind of, that's why I say it was more of a one-on-one that you're working with them because they don't follow routine. Yes, they don't like it at all. They like, you know, going about or doing what they could do. They do like it routine in a sense, with knowing what's going to happen from day to day or what's going to happen when I go into here. And I sat with him one day when I say I was utterly shocked and it brought me to tears of joy. He had the book, and I'm like, you know, I think his name was Joseph. Did you want to read the book? And I'm, you know, repeating to him, Cat in the Hat. Cat, can you say cat? And you could tell he was like eager to say it. But, you know, he was, you know, a little giggly and laughing and stuff.
He need one of these. Because listen, I was in here like this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rap. I was like this. I was putting stickers off like cat dog.
Yes. He said it. And I was just shocked. Like, wait, did this just happen? Because Mom just said he's not verbal. He doesn't talk much at home. He doesn't. And I had my director come. And I did a little bit more with him. And he said it again. You know, I was like, wow. From that moment on, I was like, I got this. I gotta touch these kids. I gotta touch these kids.
It was the
if
joy.
I can with him, it's limitless from here. Sky's the limit from here.
Yeah, the joy that you felt. You know what I mean?
Even my mom, she was like, in tears, like, wow, he did it. She was like, Joseph, do it again. And he's just sitting there laughing. But, you know, I just was like, this is awesome. Awesome feeling.
That's crazy. That's awesome. That's good.
I actually think children with special needs learn better when they're mixed in the group with other children who don't have special needs.
Right.
They do. They learn, they grasp their concepts, their routines, things like it helps them out a lot.
Yes.
I've actually had those experiences also working with autistic children who they throw into classrooms with, another variety of children who may not have those same disabilities.
There you go.
And as one teacher in one classroom, it's hard to play a one-on-one and also a teacher to 10 other children.
True.
So
It's true.
It's kind of hard to balance and mix them. But I also feel like you said, autistic children do not like routines.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah.
So it'd be hard to bring them together. But in my experience, having them in a group with other children, they learn better. You start to see outcomes like children who've never spoke before speak.
Yes.
Or children who've never eaten a certain food, eat a certain food.
Yes.
Because other children are packing that for lunch.
Yes.
Children who don't want to play with other kids come together to actually play with other kids because they see other people doing it.
There you go.
So I actually think that they blend well together.
That's why that part is important as well. It's very important, not just for the child who is disabled, but for those children who are not disabled, because they need to not be afraid and shy away, but learn to be friends with these children. Because sometimes, and I've witnessed this, you'll have kids who have disabilities or issues, and they'll come into place, and you have certain kids, I'm not going to play with this kid because, something is off.
Yeah.
I want to speak about something that's very important, and I touched on this before, and it's something that I share with my students because I felt it was something that they needed to open their eyes on. It's a movie, if you guys are not familiar, called Wonder, about
I already knew what you was going to say.
Hit the bell. Wonder.
It's about a boy who was disabled. He had some sort of like hair trauma or something, or face trauma, whatever it was, dysmorphia or something to that extent. But he was very smart, brilliant, 11 kid, passionate, but once he was so eager to go off to school, without telling this movie too much, eager to go off to school to be with his peers, but kind of shy as well because his parents, shelter him because of his disability.
Yes.
So he would go to school, wear his hoodie. It became at one point that he wore an astronaut helmet because that's what he was passionate about.
Yep.
When he went to school, just how negative these children were to him, and just it's disheartening to see how some of these children could be treated when they have these issues, until he started to get comfortable in his own skin and was reassured that, like, hey, you can make friends and still have genuine friends, even though you have something that's wrong. And later in the movie, to see how much he flourished and how much the kids started to gravitate towards him was a beautiful thing. And that's what I wanted my children to learn, is that we may be different. We may come across people who are different, but we are all important and we all matter.
Wow,
and
hit
that's
the bell.
important for them to know.
Listen, that movie is so good. Tyrone, for real, you got to watch it.
I ain't never watched it.
It's going to make you cry.
I don't think I
Yes, it will make you cry.
You're
but
going.
in a good way.
Yeah,
Listen,
It's good cry.
I'm in the back of the class with the kids watching, crying and stuff.
Try to hide it. You up there back in the back trying to hide it. You know what I mean? It was coming down. It was coming down.
You are going to cry.
Wow.
It's good that you brought that up, man, because that's something that a lot of us don't experience.
Yeah.
Well, some of us, when you have the kid who is, just out there playing with everybody, you know what I mean? That's not socially awkward. Like, how do y'all, for the kid who doesn't have, a disability, who's just, just a little socially awkward, like, how do y'all deal, how do y'all deal with that?
Not all the time is it the child itself. You have to learn how to teach the children around them also. Just like Darnisha was saying, on how
hit the bell.
to interact with their child. Yes, because just like you just said, you have to teach them about,
That's a perfect answer.
how everybody is not always the same. They're not. All kids are not always the same. So sometimes that child does not know how to right away just socially open up to someone else. Just like you as a person, when you go start a job, you don't automatically interact with coworkers until you
listen. Well, I was ready to say, have you met me? Because
it's different. It's different.
You really just taught me something.
Yes, you did. Yes.
That might be something that I have to learn, okay? Because I'll never forget, I worked at this company, and there was this guy, and he started, okay? Now, me, I am extra Joe, Okay, so I speak to everybody. So I was like, I knew he was new. So I'm sitting up there thinking that I'm being friendly. So I'm walking past him or whatever. We're walking past each other, and I'm like, "Hello."
Right.
That's all I said. You know what I mean? And he didn't speak. And so I was like, "All right, well maybe he didn't hear me."
Yeah, he must say, probably went over his head.
Right. So then, you know what I mean? So the next time I saw him, you know what I mean? We're walking past each other. I'm like, "Bruh, it's just me and you."
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, so I was like, "Hello," and he didn't say anything, and I was like, "Hello."
Right.
You know what I mean? And he was like, "Hi." And then, you know what I mean? And but after that, I was sitting up there. I was like, you know what? See, and this was me.
Yes.
And I was like, I said, well, you know what? I ain't speaking to him no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I thought about it like years later.
Yeah. It always takes time.
Like, wow. Like, he probably just
you feel like you know what I mean?
I probably could have, but after that, I ain't fool with him. It was like one day, that he needed something, and he had to come over to my desk. You know what I mean? So I looked up at him and he just came over and he had asked for whatever was he need. Me.
Right.
Hello. He was like, hi. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm thinking, and I had to think, you know what? Everybody wasn't taught. When you walk into a room, you greet the room.
Yes.
Or when you come over, when you call somebody, you say hello. Or when you send a text message, it's the first time you talk to them that day, you say good morning or what have you. And, so it was later that I was like, I probably could have handled that better. At the time, you know what I mean? I was just like, he's rude.
Yes.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Some people are just socially awkward and everybody is just not as...
So Joe.
Yes. And it's not children.
You like that?
Right. We have to keep in mind, too, that sometimes we pass judgment easily. Because we could be like that, too, at times. Like, I know, such and such, but they may be going through something.
Yeah.
We have to learn, too, to not be so
judgmental,
ready to be on 10.
Yeah.
Because something didn't go a certain way because... mentally, they may not be in a certain state that they even focus on whatever is at hand because they may have things that's going on. So I always encourage, especially for my children, to implement positive energy because just because someone is being negative doesn't mean that you have to meet them at that level with a level of negativity.
There you go.
Above it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've worked with
sometimes you gotta be the bigger person. I mean,
they a little rough and they, may talk a little trash.
Yeah.
The kids say, Miss Darnisha, such and such said something about you, and I'll be like, you don't have to tell me.
Right.
Okay, because I'm gonna continue to do
Yes.
what I need to do, and
That's
I want
it.
you to follow this example because
That's
we
decent.
just want to be positive.
There you go.
Yeah, you have to do it.
You can't always react off of
That's
everything.
decent.
Yeah, because they are very observant.
Yeah, you're very observant. That's right.
The same lessons that you have to teach to an adult is the same lessons that you have to teach to children.
But speak.
And our children
they observe.
teach us stuff. We learn from them.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Listen, we do because y'all know, I do the double dutch, right?
Yes.
So
awesome event too.
Yeah, hit the bell, double dutch.
Thank you. So one thing, so we're down there and we're, so old school, we like the white ropes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We like right.
Somebody told me it matters that noise on the ground matters.
It does.
It matters. I don't know how far.
Supposed to get you ready,
Yeah, listen, I don't know what's all that about. Me growing up, I'm in the project, right? I mean, it's even kickball,
right.
double dutch. You know the usual gang.
Tag.
So I see somebody, one of them joints, like, nah, I ain't ready. Then they go to the other side.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm ready. There we go. Yes, they're going. That's 100.
And not all four sides work. You gotta test out.
Yeah, one.
Four sides.
They go to four sides. I mean, one. Nah, I ain't ready. Nah. I don't like how she turned. She flicked it.
Yes.
I'm top left.
Hit the bell.
Top left.
Yes.
But what it is so when we had the different color ropes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Janet brought down, shout out to Janet, she's there every week. So Janet brought down her ropes, right?
What's up, Janet? Shout out to Janet.
She had a yellow one and one of the ropes was yellow and the other one was red. Mm-hmm. And so the girls was actually jumping in the rope easier in that rope. So when we went to the other rope, it was like harder for them to jump in.
Yeah.
What it was is they saw the two different color ropes. Mm-hmm. So how we're looking at the rope that goes up. So we're like, make sure you know that it goes up. But see, they saw color. So they're like, okay, when the pink rope goes up, so they follow the color. So they're like, so what they started doing was when I was giving out the ropes, they would break them apart. And then like if somebody had the pink rope and somebody had the purple rope, they would switch one.
Let's switch one.
So that they can have two color ropes
Okay.
Because it's easier for them to jump in. And I was like, whoa, it's 2021 and y'all done taught me something.
Hello. Listen, it don't matter. Look, man, it's always good to learn something each day. So I don't care how small it is. I mean, how big it is. Learn it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Always keep your mind open.
Right.
Yes.
That's 100.
Right. So that was like, so you can always still learn from the kids. That's why I say, like, working with the college students, listen, I'm like, they keep me young because, listen, they keep me on top of all things current.
Come on.
All things
And that's the
current.
good thing about the new generation. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta keep up.
You gotta
Like
keep
crazy.
up with them.
They be saying these little words like, what that mean? What that mean? Listen, you gotta catch some joints.
Right, because things mean the
Never
whole...
be so closed off that you think you can't receive information or knowledge because it's a continuous thing. You know,
right.
We can never learn too much or new to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's always, every day is a new day for a chance to learn something new.
True. Hold up, but what's going on with random?
Okay.
Random.
Ready.
What's going on Tati Nate's shirt? What's going on? What's up?
Oh, Black Girl Magic.
talk about
It's gonna always be Black Girl Magic.
Listen.
I love our people. Where
Where you get that from? That's yours? That's your joint?
No, I didn't make it.
Promote this
I bought it like
brand,
this.
Oh, you bought it like that?
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
definitely bought it like this, but I definitely rock our Black power. I love our skin color. I love our people.
That's what's up.
I teach Black history. I
Yes.
think it's important for Black history to be out there.
Okay.
For other people to actually know their own history.
Okay.
So I'm pro Black.
Okay.
Love our people.
What about that Lincoln shirt Muff got on
Absolutely,
today?
because speaking of Black history, it's the first.
Woo!
I said it. I said it.
The first.
I said it.
The
said
first.
It. I know y'all gonna come for me. It's the
Yes,
first
the first.
HBCU.
Woo!
Don't y'all forget it.
Y'all better not ever forget it.
Okay.
So Cheney is the first Black.
So what it is Lincoln started granting degrees first. So we're the first degree granting HBCU. Now technically, yes, Cheney was, you know what I mean, there first. But it was like for teachers. It was a school for teachers, you know, and they would get like teaching certificates.
Yeah.
But they didn't get actual degrees. I believe that's the right story. That is okay, cool. And then Lincoln, came in 1854, 1854, the first HBCU for sure.
Hit the bell.
I know that's right. No, yeah.
Hit the bell.
So Lincoln came, and Lincoln was the first degree granting HBCU. So that's why we say we're the
Come
first.
on, Lincoln.
However,
Come on, Lincoln.
we have that. I call it the sibling rivalry, because. Like we'll play them when they had a football team, and we would call it the Battle of the Firsts. You know what I mean? And different things like that. And, in different times, like, it was so crazy because when Cheney was going through all that stuff that they were going through.
Yeah,
and then,
right.
and
Yeah,
then
was
they
crazy.
started going back on the rise.
Cheney was like a project for at one point.
Yes.
Right, and then
100. That's
you know what I mean?
100.
So when they started
I
coming back
watch
around, well, they're still, you know what I mean, coming back, but still because we thought, people thought it was going to close, but it didn't, you know what I mean? It's coming back and everything. I remember seeing a post in all the comments, and it was funny because it was a lot of Lincoln people that were like, yes, like that's what's up, yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
And that was what I love to see. You know what I mean? Because it's like, we'll roast each other all day.
Right. Oh, yeah, right,
But
right.
nobody wants to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they ain't want no bro smoke.
Yeah, we don't want to see y'all fail.
Yeah, right, that's right.
You feel
That's
me?
right,
Like, we
that's
don't want to
right.
see y'all fail, you know what I mean? So, that's why I always sit up there and crack up, as soon as you tell somebody Lincoln and, and they go into, it's the first. And then, here come the Cheney people and they're just like,
Yes.
It's the rivalry.
Right, that's a rivalry. 100.
So.
It's 100. It's 100.
Yes, man.
So let me ask you guys, like, as far as the teacher, like, and how did this pandemic affect you guys? And now that it's starting to open up, what's some of the precautions you guys take now?
Sorry, I don't.
No, go ahead.
The pandemic actually helped me a lot as far as like teaching. Although I stopped working in the daycare, I didn't stop teaching.
Okay.
I had a lot of parents who, like we discussed earlier, that was like, how do y'all do it? I can't do it. I can't get my child to learn. I can't get my child to sit. I can't get them to, do their schoolwork on a laptop.
Yeah.
So I kind of took it upon myself to start teaching at home, which is how the curriculum binders came about.
Awesome.
So
you had time. You got more time at home.
Yes,
right?
you do. You have more time at home. And guess what? If you can bring them into your own home setting, it's so much easier than in a daycare setting to get them to learn because they're more comfortable.
Okay.
Like, you know, they can do things that they couldn't do in a daycare center where, you know, in a daycare center is structured. Not saying that at home it's not structured, but like, you know, they get to engage more.
Yeah.
Right.
And get the love more hands-on. So teaching never stopped for me during the pandemic. It actually continued.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I did it at home. I did virtual schooling for the smaller children because they offer virtual schooling for the elementary school kids and higher grades because they sent laptops and everything for them at home because those schools shut down. So I had, like she said, a few parents reach out to me for the smaller children as to what can they do to still help and keep that going on at home.
Right.
And a few like family and friends. So I actually created like a lesson plan and curriculum for those children to still have a virtual classroom. And I did it from my home. I used everything that I would within my classroom and supplies and things that I knew that they had at home. I Googled, you know, like a few things that parents actually have within their household that we could use and experiment on that they could, and it made it so much fun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it made it so much more fun. They'll come in when we came back. That was a little
chaos.
That was crazy
because
everybody was in that home mode. And then another thing is too. I mean, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I mean, like a lot. I heard like a couple people with kids. You know, what I mean, that's home now. I mean, was home. You know, their grades dropped because I mean, like their attention span. Like you home, you like, damn, I ain't going up.
Yeah.
You better. And then they said at one point they had rules like you got to be, your face has to be in the camera, all this other stuff like that.
They were so hard.
There was so much crazy stuff about around that.
No clothes on and stuff.
Yo, this stuff was going crazy. It was on TikTok. It was going viral. People were
They was
getting
engaging in some illegal
stuff. Come on, 100, man. Keep it real, man. Tell Light Podcast. We keep it real up here. 100.
Business up top, party down the bottom. I'm not on front. Like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't at a couple meetings with, you know, with a button-up shirt on, you know what I mean, a pair of pajama pants.
Yeah.
And I just made sure don't stand up.
Right. And look, they had like bloopers about that stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
Because
parents get caught up, look, because they forget the camera in there. They walk past this, they going, like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna leave it right there where it is.
Yes.
They forget where the camera is.
We done seen a few things. I think the hardest part for me was the time that the kids had off, and then when they got back, and when child care centers opened up, and we had that platform for the school agers to come into with their laptops to do the virtual learning. It was hard for me to see. It seemed like it just trickled down. Like they were here, and then because of the pandemic, and they were out of school for a while, it
dropped.
It
dropped.
And you know, especially working with these kids hands-on, what they're capable of, but seeing the time frame that they had off and not being active or interactive with their peers, it really, you know, did something to them.
I know it did.
Absolutely.
I know it did.
One thing I know with my daughter, and I tried it, and it worked for a little bit, and then, you know, we went back and we had to do it again.
Right.
But it was like, get out of the bed.
Right.
Yes.
Go sit at the table.
It makes a difference.
Like, I need you to feel like, because even me working from home,
It's
you know
an
what I
adjustment.
mean? Sometimes I'm sitting up there and it's like you got the laptop, and,
Yeah.
you know, and you're sitting up there and you got your pillow and you got your TV on, you know what I
comfortable
mean?
on
And
the
you're doing some things, and then something catches your eye, and next thing you know, you're sitting up there like, okay, and now, you know, so now, you know, when you go on ahead and you have something to eat, and you have lunch and you get the itis, no, at work, you just got to power through it.
Right.
At the crib, no.
Oh, no.
Yes.
no.
We're power napping.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you know, and, you know, so I'm like, this is for an adult.
crazy.
So for kids,
It's worse.
It's
you
worse.
can sit
Yes.
at a desk.
Yes.
Okay, and fall asleep. So if you in the bed,
Oh, my God.
sis, I know you ain't up.
You know that.
Yes.
You know that.
you ain't
You
up.
know that.
And the
You know?
kids they be eating, watching TV, laid up, and
They ain't worrying about no schoolwork.
because they turn their camera off.
You can't suspend
and
me.
they be trying to, or they might have.
You can't suspend me. Hit the bell.
Think they focus.
What you gonna do? Send me home?
Send me home. I'm already home. Go call my mom. She's right next to me.
Can I speak to your parent? Can you have your parent come
Yes.
to the screen, please?
Come on downstairs. Yeah. And that's how you know she cursing them out. Hold up, you on camera.
Yes.
Get your dumb ass over the.
Listen, we had a situation like that, and it's so funny. I heard the teacher in the background. I'm with the kids, and I think the teacher like, Mr. C, such, can you please, and he's not talking to my students, but students in the background that's in his class, can you please mute your camera? Because you could hear all the chaotic stuff that was going on in the background. It got to the point that the teacher just had to mute that particular child, and the child kept unmuting themselves to try to like talk to the teacher while the mom is in the background snapping out. Like, listen.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, boy. This pandemic, man, I'm telling you, man, it's been crazy, man.
It was crazy.
Sheesh, man. And
Even
then,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Even the kids, though, it was hard for like the smaller ones, preschool, pre-K, you know, because they made them wear masks going back to school.
Yeah.
So now imagine that as a 3 and a 4-year-old, you know, you can't even interact with other kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like they made sure that they tried to keep up with the 6 feet apart.
Right.
For the kids, but you know, as 2 4-year-olds, it's like, why can't I touch my friend?
Yeah, right. That's true.
There it is.
The mask, they want to, you know, they don't want to keep them on their face. Just like as adults, you get hot and you get irritated with them on your face.
Same thing with them.
Same with them, except they don't have as much tolerance.
They don't got that filter. They taking that mask off.
Man,
And I just was about to say that they still coughing and sneezing. I still have kids that we wear the mask, and you have some of the younger ones. They pull the mask down to sneeze and cough, and I'm like, listen, that's why we have the mask.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna put that out here right here. Listen to me. If you know your kid is coughing and things like that, you know what I'm saying?
Please
or maybe just be sick or something.
Yo.
Just
For
be,
our
that's
safety
it.
as teachers,
Yes.
I'm trying to tell y'all this. Listen, if y'all
Don't put them in. Don't do that.
We understand.
They on the front line.
Y'all
Come on.
have to work. Y'all have jobs and careers and things like that. But what happens is when you send your child to school and you know that your child is not feeling well, they interact and play with their peers.
So it's a domino effect. Everybody gets sick.
Man, first of all, daycares.
They all get sick.
Daycares are germ infestations.
That's it. That's true. That's true.
Okay, the pandemic. All right, before the pandemic, kids are some of the germiest people. They're touching everything. They're putting their hands in their mouth. You know what I mean? Different things like that. So this pandemic came, and they're just like, what pandemic?
Right.
Licks fingers. You know what I mean? So
you know what though? It's up to
you were triggered. You were triggered.
Yes, by her saying that, you know, because she say the kids don't know what. I remember when we first opened back up, and the kids, especially the small ones, I had a few. Oh, such a sneeze! Don't sneeze, coronavirus. That's like how Cardi B used to say. I used to be like, yo, such and such cough. You're gonna make somebody die. It's coronavirus. And these kids is like, yo,
you know, kids ain't got no filter too. They tell you exactly what it is.
Next thing you know, oh my God, I'm gonna
Die.
Yep.
Why? I'm not going to school. I want to stay home.
Coronavirus, mom.
Yeah.
You know everything corona. I don't care if you got a low cough. Everything corona.
Listen,
A sniffle.
Anybody, anything. You just have a little. You be at McDonald's. Somebody, everybody stop.
man, allergy season last year. I'm like, who knows?
I can't sneeze. Like you got to hold your joint in. Like I mean, like damn, I don't want to be judged.
Right.
I don't have COVID.
Right. Sitting up there.
I remember when running first beginning time, I coughed one time. It was Ray. You remember Ray? Miss Ernie, she got COVID. I said no.
They ain't have to tell you. I don't have
that
no filter.
on me, y'all.
Even though the kids is kind of like.
Been like, oh, now that COVID's here, our sis can't, or you know, I can't have a tickle in my throat.
Come on now.
Then they say, you see, us as adults, when you be out and about, they had like that thing. You gotta try to hold your cough.
You got to.
Yes.
Because they'll put you right on the spot.
Until your face turn blue, you on that cold.
Everybody sitting up there
You
looking
like,
at
yo,
you.
right. Come on now.
Keep it in.
And they'll put you right on the spot in front of everybody.
Yes, they will. Yep.
You got COVID.
I sit up there, I always sneeze in my shirt.
Listen.
100.
Yep.
Always,
That's
always.
facts. That's facts.
So wait a minute. So one thing that you said that caught my attention, changing your method. Like how much of a challenge was that for you to adjust?
Right.
You know what I mean? When everything happened.
Right.
As teachers, we have to adjust. Like whether it be environment or as far as like kids are constantly swapping kids in and out, moving kids around. So like as teachers, we have to learn how to adjust.
Yes.
But when it came to like the cleanliness of places, like, for instance, my friend Darnisha has like OCD with cleaning and stuff.
mad
So
at
like
you, girl.
she's
Hello.
big.
Hit the bell.
She's big on making sure that like hands are, which I am too, but like she's really big on it. Hands clean, noses wiped. You know, blow your nose, go wash your hands.
Yeah, too. You gotta be like
you
that.
know, sneeze in your arm, sneeze in your shirt, things like that. So like,
Right.
for us, it just was making sure that like we got back
Yes.
on
Right,
making
right,
sure
right,
that
right.
we as teachers are on
Safe.
top of the kids.
Yeah.
I with hands, I am like germophobic with hands, like constantly washing hands. So like that's a big thing for me to kind of make sure that that child goes and washes their hands after going to the bathroom, before eating, after eating,
Right.
after blowing your nose, because even with a tissue, it's still germs on
There
your
it
hands
is.
after
True.
blowing your nose. People don't, look at it like that, but. I mean, after the pandemic, I feel like it kind of just made people want to be more on top of the germs. Maybe they
Right.
realize how bad germs actually are. after
Right,
this.
right, right.
Hopefully, it helps a lot of daycares get clean, because not all daycares are the most.
Girl.
Yes. So hopefully it kind of put a boot, to some.
Yeah, right.
Because it's not always just the teacher. Sometimes it's the person who runs or the overseer.
Overseer,
of
the
teacher.
director.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If they're not running their facility the correct way, if they're not on top of their teachers correctly,
It could trickle down.
not
It's trickle
gonna-
down effect.
Yes, it's not gonna
It
get
can.
done.
It will.
It will. It definitely
Yeah.
there is
Right,
not a can.
right.
I can.
Right.
I mean, we were all, like she said, our OCD with cleaning. She, clean as well. So that part wasn't so much of an issue, because we stayed on top of that already.
Right,
the most
right.
annoying thing for me was just the cleaning down the surfaces, the toys,
Yes.
and everything every single day. So before it was kind of like it could be an every other day thing at certain centers. Or
Now
every
it's
type
definitely
of thing.
different now.
Now it's like every single
Yes,
day,
yes, you have
every
to.
moment. You know
Yes,
what I'm
yes,
saying? So,
yes.
yeah.
Yo, time out, man. Everybody hit the bell for Sister Leslie for donating the clothes for us, though. 100. 100. 100. That's
Sister
facts.
Leslie.
That's 100. That's 100.
Yes.
Facts. You get some love over here on these messages. Tajane Freeman is amazing. Is an amazing teacher. She loves working with children. You will love her.
Okay.
You ain't lying about that. 100. Hit the
You
bell.
ain't lying.
Sister Michelle said what? Mother, what did he say?
She said
Seven?
mother of 7, 2 sets. Is that 2 sets?
Yeah, 2 sets. 2 sets, yes.
Just 2 sets, and they taught me as I raised them, especially slang, music, and trends.
Who you
Yes.
telling? 100. 100. That's right,
That's
Sister
what's
Michelle.
up.
That's 100.
That's what's up.
That's 100.
I mean, you have to keep up. You got to keep up with the generation, because it's constantly changing.
Yes.
Like the stuff that we grew up on is not the same things that, other people grew up on. Everybody grew up in a diffent generation.
It's a different. Yeah, you just gotta adjust.
That's
You
what.
have to-
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was saying. Like, because we had cheese and rice. Man, there's people who still using overhead projectors.
Truth. Listen,
I
you know
love
what
the
though? I'm gonna tell you this though. Right
I mean,
now.
like with different things like with old stuff. You
Right.
know what I mean? And it's just like
Listen to this.
we have smart boards.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
You know
about.
what I mean? And
That's
but
right.
because the teachers
Right.
don't know how to use the technology,
Right.
instead of learning,
Come on.
you go on ahead and you go and do what you've been doing, and
Right.
it's just like skirt. We have different kids; they don't know what an overhead projector is
Yes.
and
At all.
Trying to put a transparency up there, and
Yes.
Can I just take a moment to read this comment?
Okay.
And shed some light on, I can't see the name, but it said Tajane Freeman is an amazing teacher. She loves working
Elaine.
with children.
Elaine Talton.
And you will love her. Yes, I vouch for her. She's one of the best teachers that I've worked with and that I know. When I
Bell.
say it's dedicated
There you go.
and she's
Miss Elaine.
passionate, listen, you got the right teacher right here. So that's what it's about. We
Thank
need
you,
more
thank you.
teachers
All about
like
that.
her and myself. But yeah, thank you for acknowledging her, Miss Elaine.
That's facts. Shout out to Sister Katina out there in Coatesville too. 100, man.
hey, teens at home cooking. Okay.
Yo.
Oh, and there's family first. Yes, David.
David,
Listen,
what's up, David? Big homie David was just up there.
And I just talked about you, David, because I was like, dag,
I
I
got
ain't
banging
get
on
my
them
t-shirt.
drums.
I ain't get my t-shirt so that I can go on ahead and wear my family first t-shirt today.
Come on now.
So we gonna work on that as soon as I get back to the Ville.
Family first, baby. Get with David, big homie David, man. Family first,
All
man.
your painting
The
needs.
paintings, man. You got
Yes.
something. You need something painted, house interior, exterior. Get with that guy.
Yes, all of it.
That's facts. That's facts.
Definitely.
That's facts.
Also, shout out to Asmar Rokins.
Shout out to Asmar.
He has a clothing line, and it is. No, that's Leon. Leon is high ranking, and Asmar is David. Help me out, please. I just looked it up, and I just talked to Asmar. Asmar is gonna get me too. Hold on, I just looked it up. Rich Deluxe, yes, Rich
Okay.
Deluxe.
Okay.
So I spoke with Asmar. You know what I mean. Hopefully, we can get him on the show.
Yeah, most certainly. We gotta hope you listen.
And Leon, they both have clothing lines. High ranking is Leon Valier. Shout out to him and
Shout out.
Asmar
Most certainly.
Rokins. He has Rich Deluxe. You know what I mean. They have clothing lines out there. Also, shout out my girl Brandy Grove, Briz in the Revival. She, you know. She has some shows coming up and everything,
Right.
and she's an awesome singer. That's my girl. She's always the one that's telling me, she's like, you got to get closer to the mic. So she watches.
100.
And,
Get closer to the mic. 100.
Right. So she's always, and we also, we also have a show together. We have
That's
a show.
facts. Shout out to Josh Kranz too.
Josh
Up at
Kranz.
Coastville.
His mom's birthday is today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Mrs.
birthday
Kranz.
to his mom, Miss Kranz.
Yes,
Hit the
yes.
bell for Miss Kranz.
Yes.
100. She thought they do a lot of work up there at
Oh,
Coastville.
absolutely.
For years.
The Kranzes are just known all throughout the city.
Yeah.
You got a chance to work to meet Josh.
Yes, he's a pretty cool dude. Good dude. Good
he
dude.
Is. He
Good
is.
dude.
And
Great
they,
dude.
they always have been, you know, very much intricate in our community. They are an ally to the Black community. They always open their home. I remember being little going to their house.
Yeah.
And I'm older.
Come on.
I'm older.
That's it. You ain't get nothing
you know
else.
what I
That's
mean?
it.
So for them to still be doing this, and for Josh to pretty much take the baton along with his wife, because I know his wife is really intricate piece of what they do. You know what I mean?
That backbone.
Shout out to them.
Facts.
You know, for well over 40 some.
Hit the
ideas.
bell.
That's what's up.
I will hit the bell 40 times, but I don't want to break the
Real
bell.
quick, I want to shout out two different people. I want to shout out Smooth Sue. He has an LLC. He does power washing. So any house related work that you need done, car washing, if you contact him on his page, Smooth Sue Power Wash LLC.
Okay.
On Instagram,
Solid.
ship it to him.
Solid.
And these are all Black owned businesses. And I also want to shout out another group, Sisters United for Change, who are Islamic affiliated, but these sisters work with the community to help out, give back. They've done book bag drives, coat drives, food donations. So yes, we definitely want to
Hit the bell.
Black
You better come on with the 10 of life, man. Come on, Lou. Come on, connect. Come on, it's time to connect like the Xbox.
That's what's
Don't
up.
steal my line, though. That was hot, though. You'll catch that later.
Oh, okay.
You go over your head, come back
That was
over.
bars.
100. That's bars. Don't steal that joint. Don't steal that joint. 100.
I don't be playing.
Metaphors. 100. I used to rap. Hey, y'all rock AC last night too. I was on the joint like JC. You know what I mean? You got to be a part of the 10 of Life message group to know that. I was like, they couldn't stop me, man.
Oh, you know what? I got to go in the joint and watch
Please
it.
don't look at that joint. They couldn't
I gotta go
stop
in there
me.
and watch
It
it.
was the this move for me.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh wait, that's what I
You better know it.
Oh, you know what?
You better know it. Yo, I rocked that joint yesterday. I had a whole bar. Like, it was crazy.
Okay.
I was like, I felt like Jay-Z anyway. I was like, hold up. 100.
Are y'all ready? No, see.
Let's tap
Hit the bell. That's
Yo,
100.
Chrissy Lee, I'm not wearing that shirt, man. I'm not wearing that shirt. Go ahead and give it to me if you want to, and it's gonna be folded nice and neat in the drawer. You know what I mean?
Put it in the drawer. It's 100. That's 100. It feels, I'm telling you, man, this is amazing, man. We got Coastville in the building. We got Upper Darby in the building.
in the building.
You know what I'm saying? We got Chester, PA in the building.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Come on, we got to put that kind of stuff on. You know what I mean? Come on, we break it down to
Absolutely.
territorial thing. That's what it is, though. We come together. You get what I'm saying? There's no borderline when it comes to coming to help with someone.
Exactly.
No borderline.
Exactly.
You got something going on? Holler at us. 10 of Life Podcast, man. It's a voice. We're not asking you for nothing. I mean, although if you want to bring a little sample up there or something,
I mean,
It won't
we'll
Don't
take
want to hurt. We'll take it.
it. I mean, Cash App,
hey, yo, we got
PayPal,
listen.
EBT.
Sister Caprice, that's something we got to work on for this upcoming season. We got to let them know. Like, all them people, like, we shouting out, we giving them love. That's what it's all about. Well, give us a little t-shirt or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, so we can support you more farther, a little bit more farther.
I'll buy it, but guess what? I'll
That's
wear
right.
it. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean?
Yeah,
So
most
that
certainly.
way everybody else can see it too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Seriously.
This is a main screen right here. So, I mean, a lot of people are viewing this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
Send us your product or whatever you got going on so we can advertise it.
Right. Different people just like, you know what I mean? Because I'm not the only person that's making, hair oil. There's another.
Let's talk to them about that mall stuff.
What's it called? Our grandmother's hair. Nige Dukes. I don't think that's her real name, but hey, that's how I know her. Nige Dukes.
You gotta give it to them how you know it.
They have listen, I just have hair oil. They have hair oil. They have conditioners.
Wow.
They have shampoos and butters. You know what I mean?
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and I'll send you her information. But it's called Our Grandmother's Hair, and I feel like they are of Jamaican descent, and a lot. And
I feel like I heard of that before.
yeah, they like, you know what I mean, like they're starting to blow. And put all of their products